It's Becca Newton from the KBIA Newsroom, and it's time for Missouri on Mic. Conversations from Missouri in its 200th year. James Glasgow spoke with the Missouri on Mic team at the Central Missouri Renaissance Festival in October. James began going to Renaissance festivals 5 years ago. Now, he is a jack of all trades, with his knowledge in sewing, leather crafting, and wet felting. James loves the uniqueness of the festival because he can connect with friends and take a trip back in time. Here's James.
I was an adult when I got into Ren Fair. I was in my 30s when I went to my first Ren Fair. I'm 35 now. I grew up where you made your own costumes. You went to nerd events, Comic-Con, things like that. So I think it just started young and having a family that just made everything from scratch. In the St. Louis Ren Fair, I was a full autumn wizard. But I took elements of that today. I have a staff that I affixed with a pool noodle on top and wrapped in twine and moss. And then on top is a wreath with just Hobby Lobby pieces that you find. And this is normally a spring, so I normally have little white flowers and things on it. But I wanted to add a couple elements just for the autumn. I normally wear a wet felted hat that I make myself. Today I'm just going bald. But everything is purchased from a vendor here or made myself. I'm wearing pieces that my friend over there makes, Timothy Berghold. Makes leather, tools it himself. Really getting into the craftsmanship of the fair and the spirit of the period. It's hard to describe at first. I grew up reading Lord of the Rings and was a big Tolkien fan and, playing a lot of, video games, reading a lot of comics. So to see that kind of come alive and see the creativity of people who start their first couple of years, coming in regular carb and then buying a couple pieces. And then you see a lot of people, start making their own things and becoming artisans. And just being a part of that is so much fun. We've made so many friends that while we love the style and the costuming and everything like that, just the people and showing up and being a part of it is just so much fun. I mean, for me individually, that was just in my blood. My mother used to run little craft shows. My aunt would do craft shows and make things. I do wet felting, which is a process of taking raw fur and stuff from, generally sheep, merino sheep, things like that, and then agitating it together to form a single piece, which you then form into a hat. I come from a world of doing, laser cutting and 3D printing as well. So I've built up a family of people who are hand workers. So depending on what you're doing in the project, I could go into it. But there's the wet felting. Like I said, we do a lot of sewing, and then we do a lot. But we're generalists. We're crafters. You have to have 100 different skills to put together whatever you can. And that means sewing. That means having a hot glue gun at any given moment, but also knowing the process of leatherworking, building, glass blowing. We do everything we can. But Central Missouri, the Maiden Fair, Kansas City, those feel like home. Those are us. We enjoy, expanding upon the hobby and meeting new friends, but St. Louis and Central Missouri in particular is where home is. So we like the local feel of it.
That was James Glasgow speaking about his love for the Central Missouri Renaissance Festival. Missouri on Mic is an oral history and journalism project from Missouri's 200th year. Thanks to Katie Quinn for producing this episode, and the Burney Sisters for providing our music. For more conversations like these, visit kbia.org. I'm Becca Newton. Thanks for listening.